We are looking at the central Miami market for industrial properties, and we'll hit it off. We're seeing that the rents are at $19.65 a square foot. They're up from last year a little over 6%. The same thing with dollar per square foot, that's at $235 a square foot, also up from last year a little over 6%. And cap rates are still on the rise in this area at 5.9%, up from 5.7% from last year. All three are still climbing. At some point, this is one of the few markets where the cap rate is climbing still with the price, and the price has not leveled off. The other ones were at 6%. I think we looked at the Medley market not too long ago, and we saw that once it hit the 6%, the dollar per square foot began to level off. We'll see something like that here in just a second. So as far as the prediction for rents are expected to continue to climb throughout. I think the difference, or what's causing the cap rates to climb, has to do with the insurance increases and tax increases in those areas. So going back to this again, the dollar per square foot is at $235 a square foot, and we're expecting to see the dollars flatten out in the near future, probably for about a year, and then from that point they will continue to climb. So if you are in the market or thinking that you need the additional space, the next 12 months might be the right time to take that opportunity to get into that new space and take advantage of the fact that the prices are going to level off. As far as the cap rates, the expectation there is that the cap rates will climb up a little over the 6% as we talked about, okay, probably about 6.1, and then turn back down towards the bottom. And at that point, again, that's when you're going to see the prices start to climb. So if you are a seller, you might want to think about before this time frame, before it hits the 6.1, and get into something. And you can see that the cap rates are stretching anywhere from about 4.5% to 8%, the bulk of it being here in this. So the cap rates obviously are varying. There's a wide range. The average that we saw is the average for this particular sub-market. The other interesting feature is this is one of the few areas where people are actually listing their properties and getting them sold. There's a few other ones where we're seeing probably a quarter to a third of the properties are selling off market, and we already know that those properties are selling about 20% less than their market value. So if you are thinking of selling, get a quote from us. We'll let you know more or less what the property is worth, give you an idea of where you should be, and show you how we can actually get you or help you maximize your dollar per square foot in the sale of your property.